Hello, you beautiful reading souls. It is officially January 2nd, 2025. We are in year 2 of our self-love book reads. Let's talk about Devoted December. Because we reached this milestone, we're going to have a recap, the 19 inner child books that we did, and a review on the last book that I read. Devoted December is a time where I just let everything rest. I let everything settle. I understand what I've done, and I keep going and understanding. If it's not attached to me, it will not move, and it's okay to be where it's at. I focus on my protection days to feel secure, my hybrid days to embrace ease, my retreat days for reflection, and my accommodating days to extend grace. The first book we have is by Maya Angelou, and it comes from Found in February. In this book, Maya Angelou talks so much about family expression. Her mother, Vivian Baxter, stood out to me in such a fierce way. So did her brother. Her family and the people that she was surrounded with as a child. I see why she was so great. I see why she was so expressive and why she stood in everything that she stood in. I truly admire every book that I read, and this one felt like it admired me back. Next, we have Bell Hooks with All About Love. And this book is from March. This book was such an eye-opening experience from start to finish. There were so many things that I did not know, especially coming from illiteracy into literacy and having everything in plain sight but not being able to understand or recognize it. This book laid the foundation for this year of understanding a new version of love. The realization in this book opened me up to new perspectives of love. And I am truly grateful to have had that experience in my Kobe year. It was phenomenal. Next, we have one of the Tiffany D. Jackson's books, Monday's Not Coming, from acclaimed April. If you know me, you know how deeply I take my self-love. So much that my self-love is an actual person. Her name is Janae. I look at her as another me. And this book gelled us together in a way. It has infused so much grace, understanding into my life for other people as well as myself. And being born on Monday with everything that set me on my self-love journey, it felt so intentional for me to read this book in acclaimed April. I am immensely grateful for the experiences I've had due to this book. So from Jolt June, Briefly Perfectly Human by Alua Arthur. Now, this is one of those blind behind the back books as well as a lot of other books that I read this year. And this book helped me align so much in purpose and understanding. I will read again this year. So if you are ready for a more in-depth conversation about it, leave it in the comments and let me know what month you think I should read it or if I should read it again in June. Thank you so much, Alua, for your strength, your perseverance, and your consistency to always love and move forward. Your fearless nature is so captivating. And then there was Outsourcing October with Joy Ann Reeves, Medgar and Merle, Medgar Evers, and the love story that awakened America. This book introduced me to so much contacts that were already dormant in my life. I cannot be anything but grateful and appreciative for the courage it has shown me that I have inside of me regardless. I slept on myself so much, and not only did reading awaken that, it helped me realize it. This book was so purposeful, and it infused a moment of parental safetyness, meanness, something that I haven't had in life. And I don't know Medgar or Merle, of course, right? But how they parented their children and parented America and parented themselves. I'm not going to be purposeless and not take on the understanding of my greatness and what I can do and what has been done for me and the path that I'm already walking on as a Black person. I am proud to be who I am. Also in Outsourcing October, we have Killing the Black Body, Race, Reproduction, and the Meaning of Liberty by Dorothy Roberts. Again, this is one of those books that pick context to everything that I knew already. It categorized the understanding of my emotions and what was not meant to be in the spaces that it wasn't meant to be. What areas that I was guided through time to look at these spaces as negative or not producing fruit. There were so many things that I looked at myself in a way that has been given to me, not taught to me, not taught through me as in a lesson for myself. And this book was a very hard read to read if you understand and you know and you've been here. It was a book that was partnered with another one. I could not finish this book until I understood, until I opened myself up to the concepts that were all around me. And even then, it was one of those things where it's like the truth will set you free, but at first it would piss you off. This is definitely one of the books that I was okay with being illiterate for. Literacy with this book truly scared me, but it was a reality that scared me, not me reading about it. These things, it's been happening before I was born. I just had to step into it with the understanding heart, not with a fearful one, not with one that felt like just because I knew this, I was going to be a participant. My whole attitude has changed since reading this book. Our last book comes from Devoted December. Our next book is My Grandmother's Hands by Resmaa Menakem. In the beginning of the book, he says this book will not be just read, it will be felt. And he was not lying. He was not a fibber. This whole book changed how I feel in certain situations. And I even experienced a very racist moment during the reading of this book. And it was astounded at how I introspected the moment. Astounded at my reactions and how I handled it. My thoughts were not my thoughts. I completely understood what this book was already teaching me and got through it effortlessly with my head still high, my understanding still intact. I did not absorb any of the actions or the words. I just knew the situation. If any of these books interest you, or if you've read any, let me know in the comments. Yes, you have witnessed a literacy triumph. 52 books in a year, and last year I think I completed 20, and the year before that was 1. I'm so immensely grateful, appreciative, and overjoyed by this experience. It has changed my life in so many aspects. Thank you for being here with me. If any of these books interest you, or if you've read any, let me know in the comments.